Well, good morning. Day 2 of my Loch Ness 360 hack. Well, look at this. I could have camped. I just left the campsite. Look at this. I could have saved me some 13 quid. Benches and everything. Oh well. Yeah, like I was saying, start of day 2. I had a really good sleep last night. I really did. It's 9 o'clock. I've left it late deliberately because I'm heading for Fort Augustus, which is just over 20 mile, about the same as yesterday. And I don't want to be there too early, for Christ's sake. And I'm hoping to do a wild camp, like I said in my last video. There is a stop on the way that I'm going to be staying to grab something to eat at about 15 mile, Invermoriston. And I've got my trekking poles out today because I know what I've got coming. I've got some steep climbs. This is the road I'm following that'll get me up there, but that's where I'm going. Look, right up there to the end of there in those trees, then I turn around to the right. Loch Ness is just over the top of there, but you'll see that in a bit. Hopefully we'll get a shot of Castle Urquhart as well from the top. I don't think you can, but if you can, I will get one. I don't remember this road walk. It's about 3 or 4 mile at the time I'm going to be done. Well, I thought I'd seen the last of them. Right on the gloves. There's another 2. Yeah. Thankfully, I'm leaving the road now. I've just passed some workers up there, a couple of lads. They're, this is all freshly laid, this, look. They're redoing all the path, bless them. Not so far now till I get to, what's it called? Invermoriston. Where I will be getting something to eat. I'm about ready. At last. This bugger, I didn't do this last time, this the high route. When I left Invermoriston, I missed the turn off. Well, I didn't even know there was a high route up on this part. I just thought this was on the normal route, so I wasn't looking for the high route. And now, obviously, I'm doing it southbound. I know about that, so I made sure I've got on the high route and not the low route into Invermoriston. Because that's the iconic part of it, isn't it, really? Let's be honest. And I went and bloody didn't even do it last time. Right. So, Invermoriston is a couple of miles, basically down there, look, down over that hill and down in the bottom. And then I climb up the other side. He said, well, that forest is. But if I remember rightly, you might just see it. There's been a big, I don't know whether it was whether the logging company had taken all the logs or there'd been a fire or a beetle infestation. But there's a big open area of dead trees which I'll be going through later on. Right, I'm just going to have a quick drink and then I'm heading into Invermoriston, where I'm going to stop at that cafe. Yeah, you bugger. Well, that was a nice stop. A little cafe. Smoked salmon and cream cheese sandwich and a coffee. Very nice. But I need to learn to bloody count. I thought it was 15 miles to Invermoriston and then 6 to Fort Augustus, but it's not. I thought I got there a bit quick. I got there about 2:45. It's only 13, so I've got another 8 miles to go now. It is what it is. I'm still only going as far as, well, I think I am. I think I'm only going to go as far as Fort Augustus unless something changes. Well, that's my plan. Weather's turned again. It's done exactly the same as yesterday. We're overcast most of the day, then it got really sunny in the afternoon. And like I say, it's just gone 3 o'clock and it's lovely at the minute. I mean, I'm in shade just now, but sun's well out. Hey, right, move on. That's where I stayed last year, Morag's Lodge. And it's only 37 quid a night. But, and there is a little bar in there as well, actually. But knowing my luck, it'll be packed. And the dome rooms, I mean, I had one to myself last year. I had four little beds all to myself, but chances are I'd be sharing with a snorer and then I'd be up for murder. So I'm hoping that I can find, well, I'm pretty sure I can find somewhere at the side of the towpath like I mentioned earlier. But I've been having a good look on the map, and if I go over the canal, which is where the trail goes anyway, there looks to be quite a large flat area, but it could be a farmer's field for all I know, but we'll see. I'm going to have a look now. There's the chippy I was on about. But I'm not a bit hungry. That sandwich filled me up. Just gonna get a couple of sandwiches. Maybe from in there. I'll have a look. I want to try and find a camp spot first. That's the big flat spot I was telling you about. This field and the field further on. And it is a farmer's field, it's a sheep. There's none on it at the minute, but there's loads of bits of wool all over, so it's obviously in use. And when you first come on, there is a sign saying do not leave the track, so you're allowed to use this track. But there are people fishing down there, so I'm going to have a walk down to the lock front, see if I can sneak at the front. But if not, the trail actually goes around the corner here into this wood, so I might find something in there. I didn't really want to walk all this way out. I've got to walk way back because I need some food for the next 2 days. Bloody hell. But I've got to find somewhere to camp before it gets dark. You absolute beauty. I mean, it's a good bit out of town, but this is not private. This is the side of the loch. And it's been used before, I'm best guessing. Look, there's no grass or anything, look, so it's been used before. There is a little tiny trail coming off it, look, can you see? I followed this trail down. I saw it, and then I thought there's a trail to it, look, so somebody's used it a few times. This is the actual trail here. Goes up there.